Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. Today is Tuesday, March 30th already. So today, good topic. I'm not going to take too much of your time up today on Tuesday. But today, my topic is do what you love to do and be the best you can be. I'm going to give you some things to think about and some questions to ask yourself because sometimes in real estate or in life in general, sometimes the stress of things and situations tests our love for things, doesn't it? Has that ever happened to you? Like, I love this, I love that, I love what I do. And then just sometimes those days, you have those tough days that just bring you to that limit. Like, geez, it's testing my patience. Do I really love what I'm doing here? So we've all heard the term love what you do and you never work a day in your life. Do you have that? I mean, I have it. I love what I do every day. It's not something that I even think about I will ever retire. I say this to a lot of agents every day. Maybe some of you watching this, I might have just said it to you yesterday, is that unless God has another plan for me, I'm planning on doing what I'm doing now for as long as I can. I physically can. So I want you, any agent watching this, to get to that level of that you love what you do and you're the best that you can be at it, because everybody has the ability. But so there's some questions you got to ask yourself and really deep down think about it. So I know there's agents out there that they get stressed, especially when you're building your business. To the new agents watching this, it takes some time. Just like anything, it's a learning process. It's a building process. It's a trial and error process. But I want you to get to the point where you love making those prospecting calls. You love having those listing appointments. You love working with every buyer that you want to work with. Now, remember, the best thing about when you get to a level of business or success, you have choices. There's so many agents out there sometimes that don't have choices, and where they lose the love. When a buyer calls you, you're not feeling up to this buyer for some reason. They're not ticking you're getting that gut feeling. They're not that motivated. They say they could tell they're wishy-washy about when they want to move or if they want to move or where they want to move. You know that they're talking to the other agents, but a lot of agents don't have those choices and they run out in their car, meet these clients, and get there. And that's when this is a lot when agents lose the love for the business because you don't have choices. So one of the things I'm telling you today is that you want to get to the point in your business where you have choices to pick clients and listings and buyers, so you keep the love for the business and what you do. So here's some questions to ask yourself and to do some inner thought. And some of this I've gotten right from Tom Ferry. Some of this I've gotten from Brian Buffini. I'm putting a couple of different notes together that from other real estate coaches that I admire and watch consistently. So number one, you have to ask yourself, what do you love about listing and selling property? Do you love, I know agents out there love houses. I love the business and evaluating the houses and telling people what I think their value should be and how fast do I think their property is going to sell and the things that they have to do to the property. And buyers, I want to find them the perfect house. They say they want a 4-bedroom colonial, but they might want, a 4-bedroom bungalow. You don't want to change their mind, but you want to show them other types of properties, maybe other areas. They say, I want to be in this area and this, but there's no houses in that area, and then show them other areas or other cities that are near that area that they might not even think about, might be in the same school system. That happens a lot. You go, I want to be in this city because that school system. I said, did you know the city next door there's more houses for sale. There's more reasonably priced per square footage, and same school system. Like, I didn't know that because they're moving from a different area. So your expertise, now these kind of things, does that what you love about listing properties? This love about and selling properties. So you got to ask yourself, what got you in the business, and what do you love about buying, the selling and buying process of that. So it's a very important question to keep asking yourself when you're not feeling the love for that. Number two, what do you love about your clients and prospects? There's a difference. Now, clients, you should be telling yourself, I love the clients. I love helping them with their real estate needs. I love to help them sell their house for the highest price. I love working the transaction and making sure the timing's right, the costs are right, everybody's in order, the title company knows what's easiest for them to close, when they need to close this house to buy that house, helping them with fixing up their house and suggestions and minor repairs and maybe some painting and freshening up things. And even some agents go to have some certifications in staging. So do you enjoy working with your clients, your buyers and sellers, to help them with their real estate needs? Next, do you like working with prospects? This is your prospecting. Do you love calling on people and meeting new people and finding new prospects? Everybody you talk to is a potential client someday. They're a prospect. Do you enjoy talking with them about real estate, finding out when they may need you, talking with them and finding out, do they know anybody that they would refer you to in their sphere? Do you enjoy those conversations? Do you enjoy those interactions? Do you love talking with people and meeting new people and building a rapport with them and finding out when you should be following up with them? I say this to many agents every day. Every single person that you talk to, almost everybody will say 99% of the time is going to be buying or selling a house in the future. It's just when and if they're going to use you. That's it. When and if they're going to use you, and you are in total control of if they use you. It's your job to follow up with them. And do you love that? There's agents out there, the ones that love the business, enjoy that. Enjoy every day when they pick up the phone, make their prospecting calls or networking events or meeting people face to face or doing anything to introduce themselves, to let them know they're in real estate and to get their information and find out when they're going to be thinking about it in the future, and the follow-up process. They love it. They're like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do email campaigns. I'm going to follow up with them once a quarter. I'm going to send them newsletters every quarter of what's going on in their market. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to follow them on Facebook. I'm going to follow, on social media. I'm going to send them this. The agents that love the business and are successful enjoy that game. It's a game. It's the game of real estate and how to be successful. Do you enjoy that? I don't know if you want to use cat and mouse type thing. Do you love the challenge? The challenge of you meet someone and the challenge of how am I going to stay in contact with this person and build a relationship with this person so they use me and they contact me when they want to buy or sell a house. That's an awesome opportunity. And do you enjoy it and love it? That's where the difference between the agents that are successful and the ones that are not. Number three, do you like finding new clients? Kind of like what I was just saying, kind of went into that, is do you love the game of finding new clients and new prospects and meeting new people and getting to know them and the relationships? Do you enjoy that? It's an awesome opportunity and you have to love it. If you say, I don't like to talk to too many new people every day, I don't want to meet anybody new, I don't like to network with people, or even if your life, you have no time for that, because sometimes agents get in this business, they have no time. They have other jobs, they have families to take care of, they have lots of responsibilities in life, and they have no time to meet new people or don't have the desire to find prospects and find new business. If you don't, you gotta love it. You gotta love that part of the game. Number 4, you got to remind yourself of why you're doing all this. You got to love what you do, but who are you doing all of this for? Who are you doing all of this for? All of this work, is you doing it for your family? You're doing it for your children, doing it for yourself? Who you got to continue to remind yourself of what you're doing and why you're doing it. So that's an important thing. We all, there's many of us, I myself, I think a majority of me, even if I didn't have to work, would still do this because I don't even know what I would do every day, all day long. I would just sit around and be bored and be miserable. This is almost something to the point where I love to do, even if I didn't have to do it. I know I would do that because I have no thought of retiring any time, and it would continue to do what I'd love to do every day. I want you to get to that point, and you got to remind yourself why you're doing this. Are you doing this for you, just you, your family, your kids, your financial future? Why are you doing this? And the last question you got to ask yourself, example, is that sometimes you don't have accountability. You don't give yourself enough accountability for doing the prospecting. Can you, if you say, I'm doing this for my family, if your children, your spouse, your grandchildren, whatever it is, whoever it is outside of yourself, and would you have the guts to go up to them and go, I'm going to slack off a little bit today. I'm not going to make my prospecting calls today because I do this for you, but I don't feel like making some prospecting calls for you because I'm doing this for yourself, your family, your spouse. Just an example. Would you have the guts to say, yeah, I slacked off today because I'm not working that hard for all of us today? I don't think you would have the guts to do that. So you got to think of that self. You got to think of that internally. Do I love what I do? Do I want to make these calls? Do I want to meet new people, find new prospects, find new listings, find new buyers? Do I want to follow up with all these people and get them on a campaign and follow up with all these prospects that you have and met over the weeks, months, days, whatever? Do you love what you do, and can you sit down yourself and tell yourself that you're not going to do something that you promised yourself you would do? You promised yourself, you got in the real estate, you promised yourself you were going to work at this. How hard are you going to work at this? So those are some questions to kind of internally ask yourself, or out in the open, talk to yourself if you like. But the bottom line about loving what you do, when you love what you do and enjoy it, and you feel that you're the best at it, you're doing the best you can be at it, it's going to show. It's going to show to other people. It's going to show to your clients. It's going to show to your prospects. It's going to show to the public. It's going to show to your family and friends. You love what you do. It just comes off, and it just, people could feel it. They could see it in your face, your body language when you talk about it. Oh, your eyes light up, and you talk, I got this. I sold 2 houses last month, and I had this buyer, and I found him a good house, and we had multiples, and we won it. And I had this seller, and we had multiple offers, but I picked the right one, so it's the right timing and the right thing. And you love it, and you talk to people. It's like it's the energy. It's infectious, and that's how you get more business. And that's how, when you talk to your prospects about your experience and what you love to do, you're going to find more business, and it will show. So, and I'm sure you have experience in life when you go somewhere, especially customer service, and you're somewhere, and you know that person hates what they want to do with their life. They hate what they want to do. Example, quick, I'm totally going off topic here. Oh, well, not really off topic, but so yesterday I'm taking my son down to Memphis for his internship this summer. He's driving his car, but I'm flying. So, quick story was, I booked a flight to Memphis to help him move in, and I booked it, and of course, 10 minutes after I booked, I checked with him, and the dates were off, and I had to move it a date, and they wouldn't let me do it online. So I had to call Delta Airlines and wait on hold. Honestly, 2 hours and 13 minutes. 2 hours and 13 minutes. Pretty upset. But when I was waiting for, not an argument, I'm not going to scream at someone, but I was like waiting for someone to pick up after 2 hours and 13 minutes. I was in a very bad mood of like waiting that long because I'm trying to work and do things and waiting on hold because I got to change this ticket. And the person was so helpful and enjoyed what they did. And it just made my experience of waiting 2 hours and 13 minutes like almost disappear. Like I just didn't wait that long because they were helpful. And no problem. And I told her the story. I'm like, oh, we'll get this fee and no change fee. Don't worry. Oh, there's got to be options. We're going to move you. Same, this and that. And just reassured me right off the bat that don't worry, we're going to get this done and we could get this done for you. And it's going to be quick. And she had this done in like 5 minutes, in a couple minutes. And after that, they had those automated surveys and gave her the highest thing. So it made me think of our topic today was you have to have that love. Imagine that customer service person knowing, she knew from her service that I was waiting for 2 hours and 13 minutes. Can you imagine showing up to a showing and your buyer was waiting in the driveway 2 hours and 13 minutes, how upset they would be? And she spun that around because there's no one that's happy. Well, I was happy someone picked up the phone, but I was upset at the same time. But that customer service knew that her attitude, her helpfulness could turn someone waiting on the phone that long around. That's someone that loves what they do or is very good at what they do. And that's what I was thinking about this topic. Is that what you have to have that love? That when you turn the stresses of buying the properties, turning the stresses of selling a property, turning that around, if you love that part of the business, it's going to show. People are going to want to do business. Just like that lady, I wish I had her name and phone number. If I ever have a problem, I want to call that customer service person every single time I have a problem or need something changed. But I can't. But that's how it's going to help you with your business, that kind of thought process, that kind of love, and that kind of being that good at your job. So that's it for today. So please reach out to me if you want to talk or go over ideas or thought processes or how to get you to have the love for this business that I do. I'd love to share it with you too and go over some ideas on how to help make it better for you. So that's it. Have a great, great Tuesday. And we'll see you tomorrow at noon on Wednesday. Have a good one. Bye-bye.